Welcome to I'm Your Target Demographic. My name is Adam Ryan Daniels, and today we are talking about 5 must-see action movies. Now this is going to be really tough because there's a lot of really great action movies. So before we start, I want to define what I mean by action movie. I'm not including anything that's science fiction because I'm going to be doing a special science fiction list. So we're really focusing on action that's really kind of set in our world. Right, it's like present day, there's not a lot of technology, there's no monsters, there's no, it's not science fiction, it's just straight up action. Explosions, shootouts, car chases, stuff like that. Now, as a preface, this isn't a best of video. This is just 5 movies I think people may not have seen that I think you need to see. So there might be obvious ones that aren't on this list that are kind of no-brainers. So this is really 5 movies that you need to see. It's not the best 5 action movies. Make sense? So here's 5 action movies that I think you need to see. We're going to start off with The Transporter. The Transporter came out a while back, and it kind of introduced Jason Statham to kind of mainstream American audiences. Jason Statham is awesome, and I'm a big fan of almost every franchise that he's been a part of, maybe excluding The Expendables. I'm just not really sold on that franchise, but Jason Statham is incredible, and Transporter really has some amazing action scenes, a lot of car chases, some really cool character work. It's just a really fun movie, and Transporter 2 and Transporter 3 are both really fun as well, but if I were to choose any of them, I would definitely go with number 1. So if you haven't seen Transporter, go find it. Secondly, I'm going with Fast 5. Probably the best movie in the Fast and Furious franchise. Fast 5 kind of elevated the Fast and Furious movies to more than just street racing, but it really made the movies heist movies. There were big chases, there were explosions, there were fight scenes. It wasn't about street racing anymore, it kind of amped everything up. And you introduced The Rock, which before Vin Diesel is cool, but The Rock just made everything awesome. And that fight scene between The Rock and Vin Diesel was something that, we have been dreaming of for years. We're like, oh, I'd love to see these two people go at it. And they did, and it was awesome. So Fast 5 has all the elements of a great, amazing action movie. And if you haven't already, I put out a video leading up to Furious 7, which is the 7th movie in that franchise coming out in April. So maybe you saw the movies when they came out, you don't remember anything. Maybe you missed a couple. Maybe you haven't seen any of them. I have a recap video that I cover all 6 movies in 6 minutes. So if you're excited for Furious 7, go check out that video up next. You'll be thankful you did. Our third action movie on this list is Kill Bill. They're both great, but specifically the first one is an amazing action movie, but of course once you see number 1, you have to watch number 2. Kill Bill is completely innovative in the way that it covers action. It is non-stop. It doesn't let up. The fact that they had to put part of the movie in black and white to get past some censorship rules shows you how visceral and intense some of these scenes are. Uma Thurman sells it completely. She is incredible. The action scenes are diverse. There's, one-on-one, there's one on 88. Just the odds are against her, and she just kicks ass the whole time. So if you haven't seen the Kill Bill movies, they're actually streaming on Netflix right now. And I apologize if you're watching this movie in the future and they're not streaming, but if you're watching this when it comes out, go to Netflix and watch Kill Bill if you haven't. The 2 movies combined, it can be a little long, but it is a worthwhile journey. Kill Bill, an amazing action movie. And at number 4, I want to bring up a movie that is in theaters now. It's always nice to have some old stuff and some new stuff. So if you're watching this video when it comes out, in theaters, there's a movie called Kingsman, The Secret Service. And Kingsman just surprised me on almost every level. I went in with 0 expectations, and there are some amazing fight scenes. There is a woman that her legs are basically replaced by swords, basically. She cuts a guy in half at one point. So go watch Kingsman. There's some amazing stuff. Colin Firth did almost all of his own stunts. This is the guy that is kind of known for like British rom-coms, and he just obliterates in this movie. There's a lot of really good young talent that really shines, but there's also some really classic actors that just kick some ass. So it's an incredible movie. If you want to be sold more on it, go to my written blog, and I have a whole review that tells you why you need to go see The Kingsman. So you can check out my full blog at imyourtargetdemographic.com. Go head over there and check that out. And lastly, the fifth movie that I want to recommend is Mission Impossible 4: Ghost Protocol. Ghost Protocol also really surprised me. A friend of mine convinced me to go see it in IMAX 3D, which the ticket was like $21 to go see that movie. And I was like, there is no way that this is worth it. Like, no movie can be worth it. And this is the only movie that after watching in IMAX, I was like, I don't regret paying that much to see it. Ghost Protocol is an incredible action movie. Tom Cruise climbs up the side of the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. And it's just thrilling spectacle. There's a car chase and kind of some shootouts that happen in the middle of a sandstorm. Visually stunning. And it's not just Tom Cruise. There's some scenes with Jeremy Renner where he does some incredible stuff. He was gonna take over the Mission Impossible franchise, but he didn't. Tom Cruise is coming back for the next Mission Impossible. There's just some really cool stuff on an epic scope that we haven't really seen in a long time. And the fact that, again, Tom Cruise did a lot of his own stunts. It's all kind of physical stunts. It's not CGI. There's some really cool stuff happening there. So if you want to see Ghost Protocol, you'll have to rent it. But Mission Impossibles 1, 2, and 3 are streaming on Netflix if you want to prepare for it, but you don't really need to. I think I saw this and I didn't remember anything from the first 3 and I wasn't super confused. So go check out Ghost Protocol. It's one of those movies that you should check out on Blu-ray. See it in the best quality that you can and you won't be disappointed. So those are 5 movies that you might have missed. But if you're looking for some fun, non-stop, edge-of-your-seat action, those are 5 that you should check out. What are some other movies that you just watch and you're just tense with anticipation? You have no idea what's going to happen next. No one is safe. Just the effects in your face. Just the sound of bullets. Crazy. Like, what are those movies that just get you amped up? So tell me in the comments, what are those action movies you think people need to see? We can go old school, we can go 80s, Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, we can go new stuff, John Wick, you know, stuff that's maybe still in theaters. What are those action movies you think people need to see? We also have videos like this for fantasy movies, indie movies, and movies that are based on a true story. So if you're looking for movies in another genre and you want to know what you should see, check out those videos. So again, thanks for watching. Make sure you head over. We have a Facebook page where you can like and engage in conversation with other fans. So head over to facebook.com/IAYTD and give us a like. Thanks for watching.